All right, hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're starting the second week of February here, and today was a pretty rough day. We're going to go over the trade recap, and yeah, let's go ahead and start this off. So here we are in February, second week. It is Monday, February 8th, and I really struggled today. Just to give you a quick update, I really screwed up my neck yesterday. Um, I was over at my brother's house, bouncing around with the niece and nephew on the trampoline, and I actually was playing hockey earlier in the week and kind of strained a muscle in the back. But I ended up screwing up my neck really bad, and it almost felt like I bulged a disc or something. So I don't think it's truly that bad, but it's jacked to where I don't want to move it too much. And I was in extreme pain last night. Fortunately, I had some good sleep, and it's better. But anyways, besides that personal story here, I woke up a little late to the market today and started trading. I don't know. It's Central Time here, so I started trading probably around like 9:10 or something, 9:20. I don't know. And last week we had some serious momentum, and the week before that, and with GameStop, all the stocks that were really moving because of that trading, and I felt like I did so great last week that I felt like that would just kind of continue, and I felt like I would be able to kind of keep trading the same way. And today I think it slowed down a bit. We still did have some stocks that moved quite a bit, and I'll go over those trades. So I did trade OCGN, NMRD, BSQR. What else did I trade? ARYA, AEZ, AEZS, OCGN. Did I mention that one? Yeah. So, anyways, three main stocks that I was trading, but today let's look at the intraday balance here because I was just aggressively trading. I started off really rough. I started up first trade down 340 and quickly went to, look at this, negative 3,000 in just a few trades. First part of the day, I was like, geez, I haven't been down that much that quickly probably ever, that fast. And mind you, actually last Friday was I think kind of similar. It was a back and forth trading day like this. And so I was like, all right, gotta get out of this. And because of that, I traded like crazy. I just made so many trades. So many trades. And thanks to the margin account, I just feel like I've got this ultimate power of being able to make endless trades, which is kind of true, which is not a good thing, I think, for a trader, because I need to be more focused on just making good trades, and not that I have to make, 1,000 trades. Like it's just way too much. So I need to focus on the better positions, the better moves, going a little bit better size, and work with that instead of just having these huge drawdowns and then chipping away, because that's what I've been doing. As you can see here on this chart, I got all the way up back to positive up to 251 and then took it right back down to $1,300, negative 1,300, then brought it up to 800, then went all the way back down to 700 and then worked my way out of that, got all the way back up to 1171, which is a great ending point. And I made just the stupidest trade. I don't want to go over every trade with you guys today. I want to keep this one short, but let me show you this last trade. It was on AIE. And so once again, because I was trading so much, I was just felt like I was in desperation mode and looking for the next big trade, big move. and this was towards the end of the day. It was on AIE. So this one I should have never got into, okay? And the reason I should have gotten into it is because this thing moved, the last part of the day, and it just started ripping up. And I was watching it just kind of on the sidelines, thinking, this thing doesn't have any volume, and it's halting up. It's making a nice move up, but the fact is that there's not much volume at all, which tells me there's not a lot of people in the stock. It's just being pushed really fast, so chances are it'll collapse somewhere. It's just a matter of where. And I was telling myself that, back down here, back in like the $10 range, I think. And then it went back up and went into another hold. So, once it got in here, I was like, Jesus, this thing is this might be one of those parabolic moves on this thing. So I made this, the stupid position of just hopping in huge size. Actually, it was my normal size, but this was a big price stock. So I hopped in. Stupidest move here. Let me see if I can find it for you guys real quick. Because I did hold it for a while. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay, bought right there. Canceled. Sorry, give me just one moment. They're kind of hard to dig through sometimes. Because when I hold and then I make all these other trades, it's a little bit more difficult to find. 1,012. 1296. Shit. That thing just popped. After hours. Alright, hold on here. See, that was it, was that? Alright, well, let's just... I know I got in... I think it was definitely towards the top here. Okay. And actually, no, you know what? It was on the back. It was the back side of the move. Here we go. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Okay, I remember this now. Sorry, it's been a long day. Here we go. So that was right. Yeah, filled 200. Okay, so I did. Where's my first one? Damn it. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste any time here. I did get in on the backside of the move. I think it was 12. Yeah. In fact, it might have been 1297. And that was the position where I got filled full. So that was my $1,000 share button. That's what I use. And I actually did place an order a little bit earlier, and it only partially got filled. So I only got like 200 shares. So it was a tiny position size. But as I saw it moving down here so drastically, we hit this huge high of 1745, went all the way down, and I was thinking, you know what? As it came down in here, I'm thinking this thing might reverse, and I could get a nice little trade in just for the flip up. And, I wasn't thinking it would go all the way back to its high, but I was thinking with that fast sell-off, we'd get another push higher just for a moment, and I could sell and get a great win on this thing, because I went in 1,000 shares, so 13,000. So, anyways, that was right in here, and yeah, right here. What happened was it pushed one more leg further down and went into a halt, and so I held it. I'm thinking, okay, this thing might open up right before after hours, but it went into a 10-minute halt instead, and then it opened up after hours, And I was thinking maybe we'd still get something, but I was in such big size that this thing was a massive loser for me. So I'm setting up $1,100 today, and then, but I'm still holding this nasty trade here. And this trade was so nasty. So look at this. I mean, I went from, yeah, $1,100 to negative $3,000. So it was more than a $4,000 loss on that one trade. And it was the stupidest thing. Here I am setting up $1,000, and throughout that I was just decided to hold this stupid, this stupid trade here. And I was just here's what I want the message to come across for this video is, I know there's quite a few you traders out there that follow me, and sometimes I get a lot of questions on like what stocks are good right now, and I think this is more specific to like day trading, but people still ask, I think, along the lines of they've bought into something, a stock that was moving at one point, and they decided to buy in thinking it would rip higher, and it flipped on them just like it did kind of in this situation for me. And I think what has happened, because I know I did this a ton in the past when I was first trading, for the first few years, is that I'd get into something, and if it didn't go my way, I would just hold it and think, well, I've seen plenty of times on this chart where it's broken that high, so it'll eventually break this, number again, and I can get positive on it and sell it. The problem is that is an absolute trap. A lot of the times you don't know how these stocks will work out. And for me, honestly, every time I get into that, it was like, 90% of the time I'd end up losing big and selling like a year later. So it's bag holding. It's one of the worst things you'll hear. You don't want to become a bag holder if you're trying to become a day trader, of holding all these stocks, because once you start holding those, now all your capital is locked up in these stocks that you're trying to still get a win on, and so much time can go by, and it's just a dumb move. And especially if you don't know much about the company, it's a different thing if you're swing trading and you're researching these companies. But I decided not to go the swing trade route because I feel like you really got to know your stuff. You've got to research the companies. You've got to know so much about all those things within the company to find out whether it's a good investment, for swing trade. And with day trading, it's typically like trading more of the momentum, more of the move. You're just trying to capture a little bit of the move. So that's one thing that I've gotten much better on, and here I'm telling you this, my advice when this is my second biggest red day ever, but I know I'll get over this, and I've got, some of my previous stats to prove it. We'll look over that, but that's why I try to steer away from, and that one thing, that hope, I love the phrase hopium. It's a, trade drug term in a sense. A lot of people are trading off of hopium. They're hoping that, the stock that they're trading will eventually move way higher at a much later date, and not even necessarily a later date, but they're, hoping that it'll just go up. And that's not a good way to trade, to invest. And hopium is the worst drug out there in this trading market. So, like today, I could have held this thing. I ended up doing that just a little bit today. I was like, you know what? Let me just hold it for at least a few hours to see if it turns and pops in the after hour market. And guess what? This thing, it might rip up tomorrow, but I think chances are it probably doesn't. It fades out, because there's not a lot of volume, but I could be completely wrong. You never know. But like I said, the 90% of the times for me, when I've tried to hold things like this, they've always screwed me over and I've lost big money on it. And here I am. I'm admitting to my fault, my mistake on this. I was wrong, and I'm paying big for it. You know, I'm down $3,000 today for it. So it really sucks, but I'm letting that go so that I can trade another day. I have to take this loss so I can keep that capital and keep growing money with it. Because these bad times do happen, and the more I trade, the better I get at avoiding it. I'll still do it every once in a while, but that's just the nature of the beast sometimes. But yeah, so sorry about that entire talk, but I think that might be helpful for to a lot of beginner traders out there. I know I did that a lot. That was a big portion of my mistakes out there is making that bag holder move and sucking down on the hopium, thinking and hoping that the stock will just go bigger later on and I'll sell it then, and that's not a good scenario. So let's take a quick look here. That puts me down. Look at that graph for the trading balance. That one bad trade brought me all the way down, so not good stuff. Here we have the trading journey, and I've done excellent so far in today's big nasty red day, and it's pulled me back into this zone here. So still high, but I know that if I don't change some things, then I can go right back downhill. And here it shows you kind of the size of winners and losses throughout this trading journey. And yeah, this is second biggest red day here, so not good. Let's take one more look at calendar here. Last week did excellent, although I did have a big fat red day on Tuesday. This week really, at least today, crushes a lot of progress. So the rest of the week, I just got to do my absolute best to stay all green and have some big numbers. But I've got to be conscious of the market too. I feel like we've hit kind of a slowdown a little bit. So you really got to feel out the market. But I'm looking to, I made the 12,000 last week, which was so incredible because last month I made 11. So last week I actually made more in 1 week than I did the entire last month of January. That's excellent for me. So I want to keep that progress going. And, I want to try to put on I think it'd be really great to put on maybe 10,000 every week here. I don't know if that's obtainable, and this big red day definitely is going to make it that much harder to make that happen for this week. Definitely. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Unfortunate day, and just trying to be honest with you guys and let you know that every trader goes through these days of, crumble and despair. So you're not the only one out there, and you got to keep your head up and protect that capital. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to leave it here for today, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying this, and please comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys on the stocks you're trading with me and how you did them. So let me know if you're green or red today and by how much, and we'll leave it there. We'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday.